Hi there. Um, and this video that I'm going to do, welcome to another video, start off, but this video is called Internet Tough Guy. And and you get a lot of them online. You know, I'm an admin of a group on Facebook. Someone made me an admin. I don't really go on that much. I don't really go on much groups. There's only one I go in, and it's a messenger group, and but you know, I don't like to go much groups. I like to just keep to myself. Simply because on groups you've got people like this. You know, fat waste of spaces. Not even fat all the time, but you know, just losers. Who get triggered by pretty much most things on online, and all they do is argue with people and call you names if you disagree with them or whatever. And you know, the thing is, we're in a war right now, a spiritual war, and I just wish you trolls could wake the hell up, because it would really help, and actually see that there's a train coming for all of us, and that train is to absolutely take over humanity's perceptions with the artificial intelligence smart grid, and that's what's coming. That's what's going on right now. But whilst you're busy arguing, you're not able to see what's really going on, because you're stuck in your ego and being right all the time and arguing with people you don't even know on Facebook. That person you're arguing with could be the best person in the world. It could be a really nice person. But you're not getting to know them because you're just calling them names, because you're an internet tough guy. But you're not tough in real life. You wouldn't say a boo to them in real life. These clowns are only tough on behind a computer screen. Right? That's easy. That's easy. You know, you try doing some of that stuff in real life, and they knock your face in. And they know that. That's why they seek their opportunity to do it in real life, because these people that are like that, people behave based on their childhood. Everything comes from our childhood, and or not even always our childhood, but it's the way we are towards the outside world is a reflection of us. And that's just it. You know, we dish out what we perceive the world and do outward what we are within. So when you get triggered, instead of being angry, meditate at that moment. This is what I do. I immediately, if I never get triggered now. Very rarely will that happen. If I ever do, but the reason I stopped getting triggered is because I healed the things that was getting me triggered. What is always getting us triggered is subconscious trauma. I said to my dad a little while ago that hypnotherapy can tap into subconscious lives, in the subconscious. But it can only do one life at a time. In that spiritual awakening, you're accessing multiple timelines at the same moment. So you first need to wake up to what's going on. Then you need to wake up spiritually. And then you can start healing those traumas that are, because it's the way we are in this life. See, everything comes from the subconscious, and our subconscious carries past life traumas, and that's why we get triggered at things we don't know why we're getting triggered, because it's setting off those traumas. You see, this is spoken about in psychology, but I understand it a lot more than a psychologist because I've had an awakening, so I'm accessing it. You need that spiritual awakening to access it, because then you're in the fifth dimension. Then you're able to interact with multiple timelines. But what we need is, we need the masses to spiritually awaken, and then we can, because, you know, who's to decide what's right and wrong anyway? How do you know that you're right over nearly 8 billion people? How do you know? You know? The fact of the matter is none of us know anything. I know nothing. You know, and that's the genius of spiritual awakening. It's knowing nothing. And then when you've got the innocence to know nothing, that's when you get it all. So you've got to get out of your ego, get out of this idea that you know it all, and get into the idea that you know nothing. The innocence thing. And then you connect with God. It's all about innocence. But regarding these trolls, you're serving no purpose. These trolls, they're sad people, right? And they get like their sisters and family to follow you. They really are pathetic. Dr. Rashid Buttar says that he thinks they're paid. I don't think they're a lot. I'm not saying all of them, but I don't think they're all getting paid. I think that they're just sad. I think they're just sad people. And they've, never had a girlfriend in their life, as the film Signs says. Remember that film Signs? When he says the geeks have never had girlfriends. Well, that's the thing. And so they just want something. They want to bring someone down. This is why you'll rarely see me on the internet on comments. Because I know the kind of stuff that goes on there. I know the way these people behave. I know that on comments there's trolls that hang around there, and they go on famous people's pages. David Beckham. I've seen David Beckham. I don't know him personally, but he seems like he's a footballer, obviously, but he seems like a pretty laid back character. And you get people going on his page, these trolls, and saying horrible things about him. They don't even know him, and saying horrible things about him, insulting him, and it's pathetic. And in this time that we're in, we really don't need this just now. What we need, it doesn't bother me, but what bothers me is people being asleep. We need people to wake up, or else this system is going to get its smart grid, get its AI system, and we'll be even more dumbed down than you are now. Won't bother people like me, because I've already had a spiritual awakening. Right? But for the rest of humanity that aren't awake, they will be under the control of AI. The idea is to have your mind and your perceptions. If we wake up spiritually and stop hating everybody, and instead of hating other people, become oneness with other people, then we defeat all racism, defeat discrimination, defeat better or worse, and we become one. And that is the perception you become once you're spiritually awake. And that's when you're in the fifth dimension. That's how we change the planet. But we need to stop. You need to stop this being trolls, guys, because it's getting us nowhere. And a lot of these trolls. Well, actually, everyone that I found, because I do my research, and they don't even know what they're saying. Because I'm everything I'm saying is facts. I do my research, make sure it's facts. So these people aren't even speaking facts. They just want someone to fight with, because they're having a shit day. And they don't see how crazy they actually look. Just sad people like this video, this talk. The internet tough guy. That's what they are. But like I say, they wouldn't be so tough in real life. But these kind of people probably had a lot of beatings up when they were kids growing up, so they probably want to get someone back. I was picked on at school growing up. I was abused in so many different ways, and I managed to forgive all that. I was also sexually abused when I was 10. And I forgive all of that. The reason I forgive it is because I chose to. That's how I awakened spiritually. I decided enough was enough, and I started to forgive. Starts with yourself, and then you can forgive others. And then we can stop being trolls on the internet and love each other. And then once we're oneness with each other, that's when your heart base with them, and see, through the heart center we connect with all things. And that is how, and then you can, that energy is God energy, love, the source, and then we can heal the whole planet. And isn't that a lot better than having idiots online trolling people for no reason? I think that's a lot better. And that way we can save the planet from where the system is trying to take it. But I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates and talks, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you for watching and listening to this talk. Thank you.